fellow junkies. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13th, coming at you again today, you guys. And as you can see, we are once again graced by the undead, the magically delicious Diva de los Muertos.
Hola, mi amores. Good evening and hello. Good night.
And for all my older subscribers, you know the drill. When you see Diva de los Muertos, you know we're going to jump right into an episode of the gory details, you guys. But for all the new people, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because you always can come back and check us out. Maybe reviewing a movie that you like or haven't seen.
Mm-hmm. Very true, then.
So you always can know, spoiler alerts are always on, because you never know what we might accidentally say. All right, so...
Especially this girl.
Like a lot. But anyways, we hope you guys are having a killer day out there. We just got back from the movies. We went and saw Unholy.
Ooh.
We dug it. It's not going to be like 10 out of 10 stars, but it was rad. It was nice to see Negan in a part like that.
Right?
Yeah. So, sweetheart, are we ready to pull out our can and get our pick of the day?
Well, puppy, today, I feel like it'll just come to me, so I'll just take what I want.
Oh, so we're not picking from the box.
No, it comes to me, just like this.
Where did that come from?
I told you, it comes to me, puppy. I'm the Diva de los Muertos. Hello.
Okay.
I'm magical, like you said.
Well, what'd you pick?
So, visiting hours.
Visiting hours. Ooh.
Yes.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, I thought it looked interesting, so I'm in.
I love movies that take place in a hospital, so...
Oh, that's right.
You have my attention.
Yes.
All right, you guys. I haven't seen this one in a while. Have you seen this one, Diva?
No, I have not seen this one.
This should be fun, you guys. All right. So we're going to go watch this movie. Hopefully you'll stick around and check it out with us. We'll come back and bring you the gory details, whether it's a lot, little, or otherwise, I guess. So,
don't go anywhere.
Make sure you stick with us, you guys. See you in a bloody minute. Oh, yeah. And we're back, fellow junkies. Hopefully the wait didn't kill you. Because, like on the cover of this box, it says, there is no known cure for murder. So coming right back at you guys, we did just get done watching 1982's Visiting Hours. And like, I love this cover art because it has that orange hue to it. It almost kind of makes me think it's like a Halloween movie. It's not, but that's okay. But I definitely enjoy hospital movies. Like, it definitely gives such a good vibe.
Kyle likes anything Halloween-y or hospital-y.
God, I can't even believe you said weenie on my channel.
Weenie.
Oh my lord. So, we just got done watching it, you guys, and yeah, let's just get right into it because we just watched it. I like this movie. I can't say a bad thing about it, honestly. But let's go ahead and dig right into it and see exactly what we dug up.
And unlike the other video that we did, we kind of agree on this one. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to beat each other up like
nice.
in the last video.
No.
All right, guys. So this was directed by Jean-Claude Lord. And believe me, when I read Jean-Claude, I was like, Van Damme did this? No, I had to keep reading, and it's not him at all. This guy probably can't even do the splits. Who knows? But nothing else he directed I recognize. Nothing really looked horror-esque, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but it definitely did not recognize anything else. And so starring in this thing is Michael Ironside, you guys. And I absolutely love him as an actor. And Angelina thinks he would make an amazing replacement if it ever needed to be as a Jack Torrance in The Shining.
Dude, if you haven't seen this guy, look him up. At least in the 80s. Dude.
I think he could cover it.
For sure.
I agree.
I mean, he doesn't only have the look, like he brings it out, so he pulls it out.
He has a great psychotic look.
Yeah, he uses it. So, oh man, he would have been, yeah.
I respect that opinion. I think she's got a great point.
Yeah.
So Michael Ironside, we recognize him from Scanners and Prom Night 2, which is actually not a film I'm that crazy about. Prom Night 2. I like Scanners just fine, but Prom Night 2 was tough to get through. You remember when we watched that?
Yes.
It was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So the main star lady is this Lee Grant. We know her from The Omen 2, and I am a fan of the Omen series. I like them a lot.
It's what's his name's wife.
Yeah.
It's
the senator or whatever he is.
What is it? Ambassador.
Yeah, there you go.
Ambassador.
Sorry, I'm thinking Star Wars. That's weird.
Yeah, Ambassador's wife, and she ends up being like one of the protectors of Damien.
I think so.
At the end.
Yep. So back to visiting hours. So we do have a familiar face here, more so than Ironside and Lee Grant. We have William Shatner. We know him from Star Trek, of course, but in the horror world, we know him as his character from Star Trek. Mask is what created the original Halloween mask. So as far as I'm concerned, William Shatner will always be synonymous with horror because his face is Michael Myers, sort of.
True.
And of course, there is an older movie called Devil's Reign that he was in that I also own. Slow burn, not that great.
Either way, still familiar. You guys know who William Shatner is.
Everybody should know who William Shatner is, so that's really cool. So, that's all the hubbub. Let's go ahead and get right into the plot, you guys. So, this is almost like one of those movies where you are kind of with the killer the entire time, so you know exactly who it is. It's Michael Ironside. That is not a spoiler. Deal with it. If you guys got a problem, leave it down in the comments, and if I can't win, I'll have my wife talk to you. Just saying.
He's not joking.
All right, you guys. So basically, the lady Lee Grant is a reporter in this movie, and she's like reporting out on all these killings and all these terrible things that are happening to women. And so
basically giving women a voice.
Yeah, like she's definitely women empowerment, and like it's really cool. She got a great message and stuff like that. And Michael Ironside is getting wind of this, and he is not liking it because he's kind of the guy who's like doing all the misdeeds that she's talking about. So he finds out where she lives.
I feel like he just isn't like that she's a woman and that she's in control.
It probably is true. He's probably like, I'm going to go shut her mouth.
Right.
With my wiener. Just kidding. His switchblade, sorry. And so basically, like, he does find out where she lives. Like, he goes and, like, he sneaks into her house and stuff like that, gets butt naked, and then when she gets home, he tries to attack her. You know, he gets some stabs on her and stuff like that, roughs her up a bit. And so she is goes to the hospital, and the rest of the movie basically takes place in the hospital. But basically, it's Michael Ironside's character trying to sneak into the hospital a bunch of different ways to try to attack her, but for whatever reason, he can't quite get to her or can't get her alone to where he can just go kill her. But every time he goes in, he, like, gets eye contact with other people, so people are seeing his face. And so it's just getting more and more and more, and things are starting to get a little bit more obvious, and, like, you know, when people get in the way a little bit too much, just starts picking them off. And so it's like, it's not quite the original slasher trope, but it's actually a lot of fun.
It is. And, you know, that's how I would do it. If, you know, people kept seeing me, I'd be like, well, they gotta go. Yep.
And so, like, basically he just bides his time until he can get her to where he can attack her. And, like, you know, he's just tired of this shit. He's going after her in the end. But, you know, good cat and mouse game. Very, has a lot of good suspense in it for a 1982 film, definitely.
Definitely a thriller, you guys. And this is a slasher. I know it's not, like, hardcore, but it is a slasher. I mean, he straight up uses a switchblade for his victims.
It definitely gives me, since the switchblade, it definitely gives me the Italian giallo feel.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, one thing he does,
movies.
like, instead of, like, in giallos, you always see him hit the button and, like, it flip out. But he was doing this thing where, like, he'll pull it out and you hear the click.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I thought that was a really cool thing.
I like giallo movies too, by the way, guys.
Oh, man, they're so good.
Kyle introduced me to those, and I don't know. I just love them. There's a different vibe, different feel about them, but, I mean, I love them. Anyway, yeah, for sure. The switchblade, it's, you know, you can hear it.
I liked it a lot.
It's badass. So anyways, are we done with the plot then and all that, honey?
That's all I got.
So let's go right into the body count. How would you like to do that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. A lot. Anyway. The body count, you guys, for this movie is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Not bad.
6 cuerpos, mi raza. Like, how many were off screen, hon? 2?
Like
Did you say
2? Like, some of them just kind of weren't explained.
Or yeah. There was a few that weren't explained, or 1 or 2 that weren't explained and off screen, but you knew they were dead because I think you seen the body later or whatever. But there were some kills, but a total of 6. And I guess that's okay for a thriller, you know, because some thrillers don't have any at all.
It's true.
And it was like a slasher, like I was telling you, he uses a switchblade. Dude, and this fucking switchblade, like normal ones are probably like that long. This guy's was like long.
Like it was like the machete of switchblades.
Yeah, like,
this is like the Rambo of switchblades.
Seriously. Like it was huge.
Yeah.
I kind of wouldn't mind having one.
Yeah,
anyway,
can we have one?
Fit in my purse if it does. Anyways, so, but yeah, 6 bodies for this movie. And now that I've told you how many body count there is, I'd like to talk about my favorite kill, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
So because there's a shortage of kills and good ones at that on this movie. Even though it was a good movie, because it held my attention the whole time. It
really
did.
does.
I'm telling you, that Michael Ironside. Anyways, my favorite kill is when the killer gets killed. He gets killed with his own freaking switchblade.
Spoiler alert, but if you guys want to hear about it, but it's by the main lady he's going after the entire time. So it's like freaking justice.
So fucking satisfying, you guys.
Yeah, it really was.
And that's how you know they did a good job with Michael Ironside, because you fucking hate him and you want him to fucking die. And he does get it at the end by homegirl. In a sling even, and she gets his ass. She
and like, you definitely hate him, but he's like one of my favorite parts of this movie. Well, he's so scumbag and just psychotic, and it's just he's a roller coaster ride to watch.
He was good. Anyway, what about you, baby?
As far as a favorite kill for me, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it yet. The kills were not much to write home about. Biggest thing is just a lot of stabs and not like slice and dice and he's not Jason Voorhees, he's not Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger.
Prison Shank.
It wasn't anything too crazy. The one kill, he freaking cuts an air tube thinking it's the lady that he's going after, and asphyxiates this old lady, which just kind of breaks my heart, because you're just kind of looking at her eyes and you're like, can she just look away now? So that is not a favorite of mine, I can tell you that. But I think she's got a great point, because the killer, when he got killed, is very it's very awesome.
It's satisfying.
But there is a one I do want to mention. There's this nurse who has this little book, and she's rating everybody that she's dated and had slept with. And basically just finally seeing her die was kind of victorious.
Kyle liked that part.
She was just kind of it's that girl that oh, he's a 2 because he cries after sex or whatever.
He's sensitive.
She's a bitch. I was like, man, you're the reason that guys have issues. You're the type of girl.
I don't know. She needed to change something up. If you're rating the guys that you had sex with or dated, I don't know. Move on.
Having a little black book. Just it was just kind of a little bit much. But it is what it is. She got stabbed in the back. And maybe a little bit other, but you don't get to see a lot of it. But like I said, getting her stabbed in the back was just kind of nice, because I was ready to see her go, because she's mean.
Kyle thought she was a bitch and she deserved it.
Not very nice at all. But getting into the gore scale, I'm like we've already kind of mentioned, it's not crazy gory, but there is blood. It is there. Don't get crazy thinking that this is a dry movie. It's just not plentiful. So,
not for me anyway.
Yeah, you want me to go first?
You go first, hon.
I'm going to go ahead and give this gore scale a solid 2. I was originally giving it a 1, but after I had a chance to think on it a little bit, I think there's enough to bump it up to a 2. I feel comfortable with that. I might still be underrating it just a little bit, but it's just it's what I feel. So I'm giving it a 2, which is not the worst thing in the world.
Okay, and I am giving it a solid 3. Just because there was blood on the kills, and I think there was 1, maybe even 2, where you didn't see the kill, but at least you saw blood. So,
True.
And we've obviously reviewed some that have 0 blood.
Oh, man.
And it's completely so, but this one did have blood. I'm giving it a 3, and because fucking Michael Ironside kicked ass.
Oh my lord.
He such a good
is this movie.
He is the movie. It's pretty much him.
Yep.
Nightmare on Elm Street, it's Freddy. On this one, it's fucking Michael Ironside. It just is.
Definitely.
So. But yeah, 3, you guys. Tres.
Yeah, nope, definitely not a bad call on that one in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So you guys, what do we think of this movie overall? We gotta make sure we're considering everything. Plot, casting, things we like, things we don't like, the gore. It's a part of our rate scale.
It is.
But what are you gonna rate this movie overall,
Okay,
sweetheart?
baby, so I rated it un 5.
5?
I gave it a 5 because...
Nice. It's a strong rating.
It is, and I gave it a 5 because...
5 out of 10, right?
5 out of 10.
Okay.
5 out of 10 because for the gore part, it obviously didn't do it for me because you got a 5. But, there was blood. I had to take that into account. But the damn movie itself, the story of what's going on, of how this chick is being a voice for women, and this guy's a psycho, stalker, fucking killer.
He has a screw loose from hell.
A couple screws. And, and he goes after her. And then the setting is in a hospital, which I know my husband, Kyle the 13th, loves a lot.
I love grocery stores, too.
le gusta mucho el pinche hospital, and I don't even know why, but whatever, like, it does it for him, right? And so I dig it, you know. It was in a hospital, and it is kind of creepy if you think about it, you know. Fucking machines and needles, y hombre, all that shit.
All sorts of toys.
Like, a lot. Like, oh, no, they wouldn't have the thing where you shock them in the head, but whatever. You could do a whole bunch of other shit, you know.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that and the casting. I don't know how many times I have to mention this. Michael Ironside was fucking phenomenal. Like, he has that psychotic look. Like, I'm telling you, he could have been a Jack Torrance easily. The chick that was the voice, she was cool too. The wife from the
Lee Grant.
Yeah, Lee Grant.
Actress.
Part
name.
2, The Omen. So yeah, she was great, and there's another cute girl in there. She's a nurse, and oh yeah, the casting was great too.
She fit the nurse bill perfectly.
Right?
Like, I feel like they casted a nurse.
Like she was really a nurse in real life, right? Yeah. So all of that minus the gore gave me a 5, a solid 5.
I think it's a good rating.
Yeah,
I can't go wrong with it.
Okay. And you?
So for me, I did bump it up a little bit, but that's because I appreciated a lot of, like, you know, the rewatch value. I've watched this movie probably a good couple times, and it's still enjoyable. I always kind of forget if it's a movie super gory or not. I always say I'm going to write this stuff down. I never do. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. I really, really do enjoy the story. I enjoy the setting. I enjoy, like, I mean, it kind of gives you this certain different vibes from different movies. Like, it almost has, like, a slight twinge of, like, Friday the 13th soundtrack in it. Like, very, very slight. Like, it was, like, in the intro or something like that. And I was like, what the hell?
But it makes sense because it was what, 82?
Yeah, in 1982.
Yeah.
And the original Friday the 13th came out in 1980, so probably the second one came out in 1981, 1982.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, there was definitely,
Man,
it was
we should
going
look
down.
in for it. Maybe Harry Manfredini produced music for them.
I think I would have saw it if I went watching it.
True that.
That's my boy, Harry! But anyway, like I said, there's a lot of great stuff in this movie, but if you're just looking for gore, it's definitely not going to be the one. For you. But if you're looking for something that has suspense, a great fun watch with, you know, something that'll keep your attention, you're not going to fall asleep or anything like that, unless you're just not like us.
And you like big switchblades, like a lot.
Or maybe you think Michael Ironside is sexy. I don't know. There's probably somebody out there who does.
Yeah, probably some psycho fucking killer. No, hombre, no.
What's her name?
It could be his name.
Anyways, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and give this a solid rating for both of us. You guys, we really enjoyed this movie.
I did enjoy it. That is for sure. It was.
You want to go ahead and give it a solid one?
Yeah.
It's a solid groovy for us, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. Yeah.
So you gave it 3 solid groovies?
Yes, I did.
That's isn't it?
Dude, if I said Michael Ironside could be fucking Jack Torrance, it's because he's groovy.
Fair enough, you guys. So it has been that fucking groovy button just got its ass kicked, and I'm okay with it, you guys. 5 for my love, Diva de los Muertos, and a 7 for Cal 13th, you guys. Anything else you want to say about this movie, darling?
Nope.
Before we cut out?
Nope. Even for you gore hounds, you guys should just check it out. It is a good watch. It's not for gore, but it is a good watch, you guys. It's at least watching one time.
Heck yeah. Watch it once, you can never go wrong, and if you hate it, just forget about it. How many movies have you watched that suck? I've watched plenty of movies that suck.
And Mira, look, I'm telling you to watch it, so you should just watch it, because usually what I say is right.
Oh,
right, puppy?
Boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
sure.
I think that concludes another episode of the Gory Details. What do you think, baby?
I'm good. I'm very happy with it, you guys. So that's gonna do it for us at Horror Junkies 509, Diva de los Muertos, and Cal the 13th signing out. Just until next time, you guys already know it. We've been sentenced to life, but to life together. We are horror lifers, and you guys have a killer day.
Hey, mi raza, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. If y'all have any questions, leave us comments, leave us your questions, whatever. Kyle's really good about answering questions and honoring requests. He's really good at that, you guys. So you let us know what y'all think or what you would like to see from us. And remember, your girl Diva de los Muertos is always on your side, man. Right, baby?
Always.
Yeah.
And if you guys have a movie that you want to watch us dissect on this show, just put it down in the comments, and things happen, you guys. We've done review requests. We got reviewed. We requested Hatchet 1, and we did it.
We've even gone to the theater, I think, for a request, haven't we?
I think so.
Yeah. So you guys let us know, Raza. We love y'all. Don't go anywhere. Take us with you. We'll see you next time. You
And-
have a badass day.
Stay bloody, my friends.